That burn was so fantastic, I need a gallon of milk and a tub of chapstick. Coming in this bitch with rhymes swinging and double backflips. If you can't keep up or having fucking trouble, practice. Welcome to After the Burn.
Oh. Man, that was hot as fuck. Those chips were so good after I ate that Tai Tai.
Dude, those chips are so good by themselves. Like, those probably one of the best chips I've ever eaten. Like, the Flamin' Hot, whatever's versions of, like, Doritos, they taste like ass, dude. Like, it's so weird. You know, you had the chip. I don't know how to describe it, but, like, it feels like it's somehow healthier, even though it's one of the hottest chips I've ever eaten. It's
just, I think the initial flavor is just good.
Yeah,
it might be hot, but it's like good, so it makes you want to eat it.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not just like super hot and tastes like shit.
Yeah, because when I had those Flamin' Hot Doritos, man, the Flamin' Hot Nacho Cheese Doritos just tasted like chemicals. I was like, that's gross. It's fucking gross. At least,
dude, are you ever gonna branch off and do like hot sauce?
I just don't know how I'm gonna take hot sauce. Like shots of hot sauce.
You need like a tiny, tiny little shot glass. You know, because you just need a little bit to get hot sauce.
Yeah, I'm really down for anything. Like if there was like, I thought about doing an episode of like spicy gas station food. Like, you know, wherever you'd go, like find some weird shit. Like,
yeah.
For me, like it's
like spicy chocolate.
Yeah, like that's the coolest thing about spicy freestyles in my mind is like as long as it's spicy, like, all right, you know, like.
I think. Okay, freestyling is hard enough for me. Like, it takes a lot, you know, and every now and then I'll squeak out something cool, but for the most part I don't. But if you have something burning in your mouth, it throws my whole game off. Like complete. Like I can't even read. Like. You know, yeah. It's like a whole different dimension of like, oh, you think you can freestyle? Okay, well, have a Thai chili, chew it up, and then freestyle, right? Because now you've lost interest in a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, like the premise of the show, I always thought that'd be funny. Like, you know, like even if you like, occasionally, I feel like I've squeaked out a couple good ones, and the fact that I've eaten during peppers, I'm like, yeah, you know. Like, if someone came to my show was like good at freestyle, it's like, oh, you suck. And I'd be like, well, yeah, you know. But have you done it? And I think what what I really like about this show is the weird aspect of the chili, the random words. Because, you know, watching Sway and shit pissed me off. Like, well, I think it was Sway. I don't know. Someone does like freestyle. Does like a freestyle thing, right? And it was a Little Dicky one, man. I was all pumped to watch it because I thought Lil Dicky was funny as shit, right? And then he goes, do you freestyle, right? And technically he freestyled, but he used all of his old shit. Or like, and like I hated that.
Or that might have been his new shit at the time, and then later he put them in songs. But no, those 9 times out of 10, all those freestyles, they're not freestyles. A freestyle nowadays is basically a one take, here's all my raps, one take, live, boom, killed it, right? That's what it is.
See, and to me, like,
and it's understood. It's understood. Everybody knows that.
Mm. Yeah, I hate it. So that's why I thought it'd be kind of fun.
And the only dude I'm aware of who does it, besides Spicy Freestyles, is that other guy, Harry Mack.
Yeah.
Like, everything else is real raps. Like, I don't think you get Royce to 5'9" up there freestyling.
Yeah.
I think he prepares a fucking song and takes his song to Sway.
Yeah, you know? Which is sad to me. Because, like, I don't know.
Well, you can't.
I guess to me, the magic of freestyling, I mean, like, especially when we were doing it at Union Station, they'd have the freestyle battles. I mean, like, I was always under the impression, well, no, you had to be because they were making fun of your shoes right there. You know, they didn't meet you 2 days ago, figure out what you were going to wear, practice their freestyle, and then come battle you. Like, but fuck that, man. That's stupid.
You still got to give props to the Sway freestyles because you know how hard it is to go into the booth and rap, you know?
Okay, here's the dilemma I have. No, here's the dilemma I have with that, though. is he bringing on people who are not? That's not their job. Their job is to rap.
No, that he's bringing on, in theory, the best of the best. Right, that's his job. That's his job.
So like, and again, I'm not knocking his thing. You know, like it's cool. Like, am I ever gonna get mad hearing people rap? No, it's fun. I like when people rap. I'm a big fan of it. But like, I have a big issue with people stamping the word freestyle on it when it's not.
But I think that's been like that for like 10, 15 years, Doug.
I know, but I haven't been with it. I've been in my jaded. I've been stuck in Union Station rap concert days. Okay, because to me that was cool when the show actually hit, and after the show, that was some of the coolest rap I ever saw because people were just doing that. You know, I mean, Peeling Shrimp Dude. The fuck happened to Peeling Shrimp Dude? He was cool. The
Well, he
one
wasn't freestyling.
but remember the long haired like rocker guy who freestyled? He freestyle battled and he won it like 2 or 3 times. This dude you would never expect to like rap. Looked like he was straight out of a Megadeth album.
This is why you can't freestyle when you make it too big. Because you'll get a couple good freestyles off, right? Eminem might be the best freestyler ever. But not 30 years later, not 9 million freestyles later. Eventually, you'll start sucking. They can't do that.
But why do you have to?
They can't do that.
Why do you have to call it like freestyles this way? Why couldn't it? I mean, like, okay, I get why he named it that.
I'm with you.
Like,
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm not expecting Little Dicky or Eminem or Royce the 5'9" or fucking Webby or Echo or anybody to go on the show and then just like, because I get it, you have an image to protect. At that point, you are a famous rapper and you can't do some of the shitty raps that I just did on live TV. You would lose all credibility. I get it, but don't call it freestyle. Like, I mean, like, again, you get it because you're putting that fucking brand on it and, freestyling, whatever. But, like, if it's, I get the branding aspect, but I hate it. I think it's dumb. Like,
so, sometimes too, like Sway's 5 Fingers of Death or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He'll give you 5 random ass beats. So I'm with you. You're still not freestyling, but there's some freestyle shit in there. Right? Because, like, now you got 5 different beats you got to fuck with. You got to make your shit fit. You can't fuck up. Right? So, like,
I mean, that's cooler. But, like, if I had 5 MPB raps that I had memorized, I mean, and again, this was my profession. Like, every day I woke up, ate a bowl of Wheaties, okay? And then I went to my rap work. Like, I guess I hold musicians up to a higher level, okay? Because I've seen people like Mark or anybody like my dad, right? Okay, you give that guy 6 notes, okay? I mean, shit. I remember doing it back in the day, soloing for band practice, right? Like, if you're if you're a musical artist, a musician, or whatever you do, like, and that is what you do. If I have a thing and you switch up a beat, I expect higher of you to just be able to do that. That's kind of like a gimmick.
Fuck. I was gonna say something. What about freestyle rap battles? Like the real freestyle rap battles they do on Caffeine, and they bring in Charlie Clips and the big freestyle artists. Those aren't fucking freestyles, dude. They get a guaranteed. We get 150 grand each. Cool to do this. I'm gonna prepare my 3 verses. I'm gonna prepare my 3 rounds.
Lame.
And then we meet up.
Lame.
And we do the shit.
Lame.
But there's still the whole. You can't just remember your raps. You still have to act and like gather the crowd, keep the crowd's energy, be in that dude's face, right? I get it. Like, I think it would be tough to write three rounds and do that shit live and not forget anything. Okay, I think that's tough.
No,
but is it a freestyle? No, it's not a freestyle.
Then I don't.
But it's called a freestyle.
I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't like it because okay. One of my fondest, coolest memories that involved you, okay, was in a trailer park, okay, where 2 randos came inside trailer park, and we freestyle rap battled them That to me is it. That was cool. That was as cool as it got.
But you hit the nail on the head. It'll fuck up your brand.
Yeah,
You could straight up have a show where you bring up no names every day and have, oh, this dude has a wild night. This dude has a wild night. But if you consistently brought the same dude up every night, eventually he would not keep being dope. You know, he would like lose his.
But the thing is,
luster.
If I was going to make a freestyle show where I just brought no names up there, right, and they battled the ranks and they did the little freestyle thing, and then they were going through there, you get to the point where you win said competition. Okay, boom, they're in a competition. Hey, that guy's winner. Every TV show you've ever seen, season 1 winner, right? Then you do 4 seasons of that show. Okay, then you do a season when it's just the winners, and you see who's the best of those. And then that's it. I'm not expecting everyone to kill it for 30 years. No way.
Yeah, right. Right, I'm with you. But how many freestyles would you say go on in those 4 seasons? You're not going to have more than 20, 30, 40 freestyles.
Yeah. But
that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
No, I'm not expecting. No, I find that bullshit, man. Like if someone came on there and the show is called freestyle, again, I get the whole concept behind it. I'm not knocking it. You know, good branding, good name, but like it's not freestyling, and I'm never gonna give it any kudos for being freestyling if it's pre-written stuff that all you have to do is modify for a beat when you're a professional musician. Go fuck yourself. Like, no, that's not freestyling for me. Never will be.
Wait.
And then if you have people,
what makes you a professional musician?
A professional musician?
You could rap?
No,
because you sold 1 million records.
Yeah.
What makes you a professional?
Someone who gets paid to be a musician.
But that doesn't mean they can.
Then don't go on
everybody's good.
Don't go on the freestyle show. You know what I mean?
I agree, but if you bring a no name onto Sway, no one's gonna watch it.
Well, again,
if you bring the game onto Sway, everyone's gonna watch it. But the game's not gonna go there and be like, frowny face, fucking shit. You know, he's not gonna do that.
Well, here's the whole bullshit problem with that, okay? And here's my biggest issue with that whole thing. I get that you want to bring people on there, but then you tag it as freestyles with Sway, right, or whatever it's called, right? Then you have people who are like, yeah, they do the freestyling. Like, I've seen it on the internet. Man, that dude is the sickest freestyle I've ever seen. I was like, do you realize that that's not a freestyle? That's not off the cuff. That's not what a freestyle is. Like, it makes me feel like an old fucking man.
They're gonna be sad when they find out the truth, but it's like WWE, dog.
No, that's
I'm
real.
never telling J-Mo.
That's real.
I'm never telling him. I'm never, because he's gonna be sad, dog. He's gonna be so sad.
Yeah. I think that's all.
No, wait. It's just like WWE, because even though it's scripted, you can't go be a wrestler. If you watch that shit, they are very good at what they do, right?
Yeah.
And so, like,
but no,
like it still takes skill to do that.
Does it?
Yeah.
No. That is completely different. That is 100% different. And I'm gonna tell you why it's different. I'm gonna tell you why it's different. Ready?
Okay.
Hear me out. Wrestling, right? You have to choreograph. You have to make sure that your body's in impeccable shape. You have to memorize what's going to go on the events. Okay? You go on a freestyle show and you're a rapper and you spit stuff that you've already written. That's not the same.
It's the same thing as choreo.
No.
It's the same thing as choreography.
No, not at all.
You've already trained. You've already practiced. I've already written it down, trained, and practiced.
Now, but the problem.
Now I'm gonna do it in front of everybody.
But you're branding it as something that is implied that you did that off the cuff. No one is saying that wrestling is something that. No one's saying that. They just say it's. Why do you think they call it WWE? It's entertainment.
Wait. Is anybody saying that wrestling's real?
Yes.
No, I mean like WWE.
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yes.
They're not saying it's real. They're not saying it's fake. They're saying it's wrestling.
Well, it's not freestyling. It is not freestyling. You just proved my point. It's not freestyling. I can look up the definition of freestyling, and what they do is not freestyling.
I'll give you that. But I do want you to acknowledge that there is a little bit of shit there, it's not as easy as just writing a rap and going there and spitting it, because you have to spit it correctly once, one take in front of everybody, possibly in different beats that you're not familiar with. So it is more involved than dog. I've seen you of all people take your raps on your beat to the studio, and not nail it.
No, okay, and there's a big difference between me and
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Because that's what they do. They go in and every day, right? Every day they do rap. Every day they practice those songs. Every day they get ready for a show and rehearse that song. Every single day. Okay. More often than I did, okay? There's a big difference to when someone says, hey, in 6 months, you need to have an album done for us so that we can get it out and get it sold and get our money back. That's a big difference. That is a big difference. Have I choked on my rap?
Look.
Yeah, on this show, episode, I think 5, someone gave me words. I wrote raps, and I forgot them. I couldn't rap them on the phone that I was looking at. Like, me? No.
Hey, I want to go back to that. What happened? I was going to ask you about that.
Dude, I practiced it so many times. I practiced it so many fucking times, and then fucking nerves hit me hard as fuck, and I couldn't remember the cadence. I could not fucking remember the cadence.
Yeah, you tried it like twice, and then you just let it go, and I was like, I was going to ask you about that.
No, I couldn't remember the cadence, and I wasn't going to continue to butcher those words that someone actually wrote in. Like, completely forgot the cadence. Didn't even know what I wrote. It looked like it was Spanish, dude. Ah, yeah, it was fucked up. It was bad. It was so bad.
Okay, so look, I 75% agree with you. That is 75% not a freestyle. But I give a solid 25% to there is some shit to it.
I will give you no. The only thing I'm going to give you on those shows and everything that does with that, whatever show there is, okay, is there's something to being a show person, a showman, showmanship. Okay, that happens, but like that's where that comes in. You could take the stuff that you have ready and prepared, and your showmanship is the thing that allows you to not to go with the flow or the hiccups that you have in there. Everyone who jumps on there now, if they really have never heard these beats before, okay, don't get me started on that because I don't know, but showmanship.
No, and I'm not saying that because they'll have famous ass beats. You've heard them all. But what I'm saying is that beat might be completely different. Song 1 to song 2 to song 3 to song 4 to song 5. You know? Yeah. So your pre-writtens might not. You've had it before. You've had a beat where you're like, I can't even fuck with that beat, right?
Can you tell me 100% that they have not given that information beforehand?
No, I can't tell you that either.
And see, that's like, I mean, like if that show everyone goes on there and they fucking crush it, then I call bullshit.
But when you watch it, some people do transition real smooth beat to beat. Mm-hmm. Some people, like, it takes them a little bit. They fuck up for a bar or two until they finally like pick up, you know? Mm-hmm. So some people, I feel like they're like, oh shit, that beat changed. I got to figure out how to get on it.
You want to hear my greasy thing that I'm going to say about that? Okay.
Greasy.
Here's my greasy thing. In my previous position, I saw some greasy shit where someone would say, hey, I'm going to let you do X, Y, and Z to get this thing going on here, but you got to take a little bit of a digger. Now, I'm not saying that the music industry is shady and weird.
Right, but why
like those dudes who choke? Why would to add validity to the show?
But why would Lil Dicky have to do that? Lil Dicky doesn't need Sway in the Morning at this point.
When he
Sway in the Morning needs little.
When he hopped on, or was that before he got?
When he first. When he first. Well, he's been on there multiple times.
Yeah. Now,
so I'm with you. At the beginning, he needed him. But at the end.
And then here's the problem. Here's the thing with that. In the beginning, he needed him. So you make a contract. Okay, you're going to do this X, Y, and Z amount of times. On this amount of time, you have to do X, Y, and Z. Maybe fuck up a little bit because we need to have. We're saying that we're losing viewers or whatever viewership because everyone thinks it's all bullshit. Fake. So we need to add some stuff. Okay, you're going to take a digger on your third visit here. That's fine. We're going to pay you X amount of Z, and we're also going to introduce you to friends over at FX to start your new show.
Hey, I agree. There could be all kinds of shit.
So-
All I'm saying is, no, they're not real freestyles. There is still difficulty in it. That's all I'm saying. It's not as difficult as straight up freestyling. That's the hardest thing in the world.
There's difficulty for you and me. I'm going to agree with you on that one. For you and me, there would be difficulty. For someone who's actually on that show, I don't believe so.
I've seen rappers choke. I've seen Mad Child choke. I've seen Joe Budden choke. Not on Sway, but on the other guy, Funk Flex. Because he does freestyles too. Which aren't freestyles. Anyway, now you know they're freestyles, but they aren't freestyles.
And that's why I like my show. Okay? Even though there's stupid freestyles sometimes, they all freestyles. I don't practice. I can't practice random words I don't know. That's what I like about it. Go way back to the start of this conversation. I think this show's super neat because it's got random. It's actually got, okay, freestyles. They're not good all the time or ever, but, and it's peppers. I think that's, I showed it to somebody. Do you remember?
Elementary or middle school?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that was her?
No.
Okay.
I sent her.
No, yeah, okay.
I sent her a thing because she like hit me up in Facebook like 2 years ago. So I sent her a link, right? And I got like, I don't even know where I was going with this, but
Did she watch it?
yeah, she did.
Nice.
She gave feedback. I was gonna go somewhere with that. What were we talking about? Anyway, I sent it to her, and it was like, oh yeah, she in there. I have never seen anything on YouTube like that. And I'm like, that tells me that even though I'm kind of shitty at freestyling, I just haven't quite found the people, right? You know that there's 8 more people in the world just like us, okay, who find it funny. I need to find those people. So I find that cool.
And don't say you're shitty at freestyling, because everyone can say, I fuck him up. I'll fuck him up. But your game changes when you go in there and sit in that chair and have a chili. I'm just telling you, your game changes. Now, sure, some people could probably work through it. But I bet 80, 90% of the people will be like, oh, I'm a little nervous now. Oh, shit. Right?
And what I like about the naysayers, like, I want someone to come on this show. I think it would be fun, right? And I think what I like about the whole weird thing is like, yeah, you may, like, if you're really, really good at freestyling, can you handle the random words? Because what I wanted to think about with freestyling, I want to take it up a level, right? Because when you were freestyle battling, you would make fun of that guy who's right in front of you, right? You could visually inspect, find his flaws, and eliminate target, right? But what if your battle rapping opponent just appeared pieces at a time and changed everything? Like, that's fucking cool. Like, that's why I like the random words so much, because I think like, even if you were dope as fuck and I hit up a random word generator that actually worked, or people just randomly shit out words, like, I don't care how good you are, it's going to be a little bit tougher. I mean, I think if you build in like your bridges in between your flows for the words, like if I was like big ass Ollie and then like I had a default like thing that I said, default Ollie, but you know, I live in whatever, you know, like you could do better. I think it's not impossible to do this show, but I think it's definitely harder when someone's like, you have to say that word that you've never seen before. I like this show. Agree. I like this show a lot. I just got to find people who, yeah, I got to find the right people, because right now all I have is non-existent Facebook friends that, you know, they're all fake anyway. So that's not a good avenue. Well, I mean, like for not your wife, she's a friend. On Facebook, I don't like her shit. She doesn't like my stuff. Like, it's not that we're against each other. It's just there's so much crap on there. You know,
if you get anything, you might get 1 view a week from her.
Yeah, you know, so
you're not gonna get like everybody come look at this.
I'm not finding that one guy who has 6 friends who like to freestyle, right? Who like shares it with them and then they share it with their girlfriends. Like, that's the people I need to find. You know, they're out there. I just don't know how to find them. And I think when I do, it'll be wild.
Hey, I wanted to burst your bubble one more time. Remember back when? Have you ever seen old Eminem freestyle tapes and stuff?
No. The only thing I saw was 8 Mile.
if you fall down the rabbit hole,
Uh-huh.
I've been there a million times. You'll see like 1996 Eminem freestyle, 97.
Ooh.
It's like really crappy video and crappy audio.
Straight from the VHS tape in a dark room.
Yeah, but he was dope. But even I've heard him say that everyone had their shit in the tuck, you know? Like you might go after a dude who's fat, but you still have a couple things in the tuck. Like your go-tos, right? Like fuck you, you're whack, you won't say shit back. Whatever. That might be a bad example, but you have a go-to like a filler bar.
Yeah.
In case you get stuck, you go, you know.
Yeah. No.
It's kind of the same thing. It's not pre-writing everything. It's like having a way out so you don't get fucked, but
Well, I mean, like to me,
it's still preparing.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
But okay, there's something between like bringing weapons to the fight, right? As opposed to having the entire fight laid out and you know it's going to happen. Like, I mean, like, yeah.
But let's not do that either, because you know as well as I know, if someone gave you "Hi, my name is" lyrics 20 years ago and the beat, you wouldn't have made the song that Eminem made, you know? If you never heard how it was rapped.
Yeah. But
you know, like sometimes
again,
I read your raps and I can't even fit them in the song.
No, but what's different about that whole thing? I mean, that's like this rare thing that you would get when you have writers and you work with a producer and you're setting that shit up. Like that's different. That's having it prepared for you, ready to go. When you go and say, "Here's the beat I'm gonna get from Sway. Here's the raps I want to, let's say, promote my new album." Right. I'm gonna fit these into the beat that I get. That's bullshit. Like, but if you're like, if you have your little pieces that you use to get out of tight spots, that to me, like, yeah, I mean, I don't use them. I've known about them. When I started this thing, I probably watched, I don't know, 60 hours worth of freestyle tips and tricks, because there's a dude who has nothing but that content, and he's like, yeah, you know, have filler bars and have like go-to verses that you say. And I was like, okay, you know, like, I guess. But as I started doing this, it was easier for me to, I guess it felt, instead of trying to remember stuff, which I'm really bad at, it felt easier to just go with the flow of what was happening and let the words come to you and then think about the thoughts and then just talk out loud. Like,
I'm with you.
That's, yeah, I get people have tools, but like if I met somebody who just slammed peppers and I just threw fucking just slang words at that dude and he's like, yeah, and he's just, or girl, you know, I don't hate. If someone did that, I would be fucking blown away.
What happened to the fat booty chick?
I switched it for the next episode.
Oh,
I switch it every episode.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Ever since I've had the
I was
background,
just sad.
I just switch it forever.
Like,
I switch it every episode. She'll be back, dog. She'll be back.
Well, look, dog. I'm with you. I just want you to know this is nothing like Sway. I just want you to know.
Yeah, I know.
and there's still. I don't want you to think it's all bullshit. It's not all bullshit. It's still hard. That's all. I just want you to leave not upset that it's not really a freestyle. One, because that's a given. Everyone knew that except for you. And two, there's still a level of difficulty there. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
That's all I want to say.
I'm not upset about it. Okay, like I know what it is, and if I enjoy that artist, I'll check it out, because I enjoy when they do it right, or when they say like fun, like little Dicky one. He said funny pieces about it, so it was entertaining. Like it's a piece of entertainment. The only thing I don't like about the show, and I'm gonna say this, the only thing I don't like about it is the goddamn name. Okay, that's it. I feel it's going to lead millions of children in the wrong direction, and then I'm gonna go one day my kid's gonna go freestyle battle some kid, right? Okay, out of the cuff, and be like, whoa, I wasn't ready. I thought we were gonna do this next week so I could prepare for my freestyle battle. Okay. And my kids gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know?
Look, right here. Yeah, but right here.
That's all I'm saying.
I just Googled freestyle rap. what you think freestyling is may be wrong. I wish there was just something really easy I could read, but you may be deceived or disappointed like when you found out that Santa Claus wasn't real. But remember, unless someone said they were spitting off the top, but were actually rapping written rhymes, and you weren't being deceived. You simply misunderstood what a freestyle is, which is okay. Trust me, you're not alone. That's why I wrote this article. 80 to 90% of freestyles you've heard on radio stations were actually written and memorized.
Lame.
Up until now, you've been discouraged because you've been unknowingly trying to match the level of their written rhymes by going off the top. But now you have the permission to go do what you thought up until this point was fraudulent when it's actually the norm. Go write some dope freestyles to rock the crowd with. Okay. This is a random article. Don't take all your info from this.
Hold on. Read this. There are two types of freestyles. There's an old school freestyle. It's basically rhymes that you've written that may have not have anything to do with any subject or that goes all over the place. Then there's freestyles where you come off the top of the head. Okay? So, you know what? Every one of my videos, I'm going to say freestyles off the top. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. Because apparently, I think that's what I do. And I think some people, maybe those are the people I'm looking for, dog. He's like, yeah, I do shit off the top of my head.
I wonder if off the top is like a keyword, or it'll bring it different people.
I'm gonna try. I want to know because, like, if people are like, oh, it's the dopest off the top freestyles, right? And I'm like, off the top freestyles, the hottest off the top freestyles you ever seen. Like, who knows? That might be.
You got to change the name. Now you got to change the name of the show.
Fuck that. It's spicy.
Off the top spicy freestyles.
Off the top spicy freestyles. Brought to you by Lady Octopus Tattoo. Off the top.
Hey,
I gotta write that
but
down.
maybe that could be in your talking points every episode. Like after Lady Octopus, you could be like, I just want everyone to know this is how it works. Because you always say this is how it works. I freestyle, blah, blah, blah. But maybe you should stop and be like, I freestyle off the top. You know, you could say that every time.
I think I should. I really think I should.
Or you'd be like, I don't have shit written down. Don't worry.
This is all off the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's going in off the top.